And good evening. For more than 1 month, a disabled veteran's home has been turned upside down.
He says the plans to make his house handicapped accessible were approved by Veterans Affairs, but it wasn't until workers actually got started on the job that he realized that the crew had actually been given different instructions. News 8's Aaron Logan live in our New Haven newsroom tonight with the story. Aaron.
Keith, and when we get contractors to come to our homes and write up plans, we expect the end result will be what we all agreed upon. Well, a disabled veteran in Clinton says some confusion at the Veterans Affairs office in Newington has put himself and the hardworking contractors in a very tough spot.
I love to cook. That's one of my favorite things to do.
You can see outside Stephen Blair's home, the construction equipment is here, so he figured he would be able to start enjoying his hobby.
I can barely reach the bottom shelf.
But as the work began, problems kept piling up. These guys got the okay from the VA and were told they were going to get paid.
Yes.
He's talking about the contractors, also disabled vets, who won the bid online to do the work at his home. The original plan was written up by his friend, but Blair says the Office of Veterans Affairs made it clear that disabled vets get the first shot at the job, which was fine by Steve.
They were told they were going to get paid for what was on that list.
It turns out the lists were different. He says the plan his friend drew up was approved by Special Adaptive Housing, and the plan the contractors drew up after looking at his home was approved by Vocational Rehab.
He says, wait a second, they didn't tell me I had to take out a wall and put up another one.
But the contractors still did it.
He decided that he was going to eat the wall. He can't do everything for nothing, so he can only do what he gets paid for. I've called everybody I can call, and I don't seem to be getting any voices to say, okay, wait a second.
To make matters worse, Stephen is diabetic, and without a stove, he's pretty much stuck with this rice cooker and hot plates. Pretty tough when you're on a strict diet.
I just got out of the hospital. I have an infection. My blood sugar was over 500. I don't want somebody else to have to go through this process.
Now, we left detailed messages for the PR department at the VA's office, as well as the office that Stephen has been dealing with directly. Nobody has returned our call. Live in the New Haven newsroom, Aaron Logan, back to you in the studio.